Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, sampler review series V's I do for the water. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, it's a sub sandwich review. Ha ha ha! But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Folks, super simple format. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, remember super cool shirts? I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, it's boom! It's my Tony's Jaw shirt. I don't wear this one a lot, just because I really like it, and I don't want to get it fucked up. I mean, I like all my shirts, to be fair, but like, you know, I love Tony Jaa. If you're not familiar with him, he's this badass martial arts actor out of Thailand. Really kind of broke out in the early 2000s with a film called Ong Bak. It gained a lot of publicity at the time amongst, like, you know, action and martial arts movie fans. You know, just everybody wanted to work with the guy, and then he followed that up with the excellent Tom Yum-Goong, which even saw a theatrical release here in America, albeit under the title The Protector, and it was edited to shit. Don't watch that version, go look up the proper one. But I love Tony Jaa. I love martial arts films in general, but Tony Jaa was kind of my reintroduction to them, because kind of right before that, that was when the whole like wuxia wire fu movement really started becoming like a big thing at the time, and I just wasn't super into that at the time. I appreciate it now, but I wanted something that, you know, like looked real and gritty and stuff, and Tony Jaa did that, and he did it with style and flair and kick-assery. So I love Tony Jaa. He's fantastic. Absolutely go check out his movies. Anyway, what am I trying for you folks? What are we doing here? Well, it is a sub sandwich review. Well, with it being a sub sandwich review, I have to get three things out of the way first. Number one, because it's a sub sandwich review, I've been going for over close to a year now. I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. Okay, I've been going all across the area that I live, hitting up basically every place that offers up a sub sandwich of some variety. Walmart, gas station, chain locations, proper delis, you name it, I've been hitting it. So that's thing number one. Thing number two, all of those sub sandwich reviews that I've done have a dedicated playlist called Subs for Subs that is on my channel. So if you like my sub sandwich reviews and you need more because you're ravenous for sub sandwich reviews, that's where they're all located. Very final thing, if you've gone through my playlist and there still aren't enough sub sandwich reviews for you, fear not, because folks, Sunday is SUBday. Sunday is the day that I go over there and I upload my sub sandwich reviews. Typically, you're going to get 2 every Sunday, almost without fail. I try my best to make sure to remember. So if you need more sub sandwich reviews, just wait till Sunday. You're going to get a couple more. Anyway, what am I reviewing for you folks? Where are we doing this from? Well, I haven't been back this way in a little bit, folks. But we're doing, boom, it's from, well, it's from Potbelly, or no, it's not from Potbelly. It's from, where's the damn thing? It's from Which Wich, which I reviewed a couple of things from them. Here we go, here's their menu. Which Wich! I reviewed a couple things from them in the past, and I did their cheeseburger witch, and one of their other ones I also reviewed. They have an exclusive flavor of Mountain Dew called Mountain Dew Vibe. I also reviewed that. I made sure to get some of that because I'm just not out that way this often. I keep meaning to be, but it's just far away. But I'm going to visit a friend today, so this one in particular is their fish and chips sub sandwich. This one, I guess, is like a fan creation kind of thing. Like, it's not on their menu normally, but it was available through the kiosk. It consists of tuna, lettuce, tomato, pickles, salt and vinegar chips. I got it on wheat bread, and I got it hot. So you get it hot or cold. Retrospect, I might have got it cold if I'd known they were using tuna, but I didn't think about it at the time. But anyway, this is a regular size sub. I think it was like about $7.50. I forgot to get the actual price of it, so I apologize. Failed in my duty. I'll fall upon my sword later on, I promise. I don't promise that. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Boom! It looks like this. Sub sandwich, that's better looking. Okay. So, let's try it out, see how it is. Hopefully it'll be delicious. I like the idea. Bread's decent. It's not exactly the type of sub sandwich bread that I like, but it's close. I like a sub sandwich bread that's firm on the outside, soft on the inside. This kind of has that. It's a little bit soft on the outside, but it's pretty reasonable. Tuna's good. I'll say that. I like the tuna. It works nicely with the veg. Now the chips, here's the problem. Because they're in there with the tuna, you're losing the crunch of the chips. And mind you, when they're talking, when you think of fish and chips, if you're outside of America, and hell, even if you're in America at this point, chips obviously tend to refer to like fries. But here in America, chips are chips. They're little potato chips. I'm not saying which one is right or wrong. We all know already. But, yeah, that's the only thing that's a little bit disappointing. I think they needed more chips in it. Because I think if they'd had more chips, it would have given it a better opportunity. First of all, for the chips to really stand out, but also for them to maintain that crunchiness. Because that does kind of get lost. It is nice, though, when you get like a proper crunchy one. Because it really does. You get that nice vinegar taste. Plus the saltiness. And it kind of works with the pickle. Like, I'm not a big pickle person, but if you use it correctly, I'm fine with it. And in this case, I definitely think it works really well, actually. Because it's not trying to steal the show. It's just working with what's there. You've already got a little bit of a vinegar, like I said, you've a little bit of a vinegariness from salt and vinegar chips. Kind of just working with that, giving it a little extra oomph. The veg is fresh, it works really well, kind of breaks it up a little. This is really good. I think the only tuna sub that I've reviewed so far was from Jersey Mike's. And that was pretty good. And part of the reason why that was so good was because I got it Mike's Way, which came with like vinegar and like their special seasonings and stuff. I think this kind of works in a similar fashion. Because, I mean, tuna is fine. Kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap. Especially if you live in the West, it's, kind of almost cat food adjacent in a lot of people's eyes. But, like, tuna is still fine, and especially if you use it in the right way, and if it's, decent tuna, it works. Tuna in this is good. It's got flavor, but it's not, like, overly fishy or anything. It's just really tasty, and then, like I said, it works really well with the fish and chips, whole idea and everything. It's genuinely a pretty damn solid sub sandwich. I think this is one of those ones where it's not quite to the extent where I would have maybe hoped. Again, I think more chips would have really helped it out. But I think the idea is really great, and the execution isn't too far off. Like, it's still giving me enough of what, the inspiration is, what the idea behind it is, that it's like, yeah, okay, this works. And it's very tasty. I love, if you watch my channel, I love contrasting flavors. And oh, by the way, can we please make Mountain Dew Vibe just a regular thing? I mean, it's cool that Which Wich has it, but damn, it's so good. It needs to be a thing. Go watch my review of that. But no, that's a good sandwich. I mean, Which Wich does a good job. No two ways about it. I haven't had a bad sandwich from Which Wich. I'd probably put them on a similar level to like Potbelly, where they're not quite up there with like the peak. You know, they're not up there with like the top names, but like they're like just below it. Everything I've had from them works really well. And this is cool in that, you know, it's like an off-menu item where it's like, hey, let's just take what we have and let's go over there, let's put a little bit of a twist on it. And I think it works really well. To that end, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. As far as tuna sub sandwiches go, this is a good one. Again, I think the ingredients all work well, and I think that it gives an interesting play on something that can be kind of boring and kind of pedestrian. But by going over there and just doing a little bit to spruce it up, it really does give it some new life. You know, it gives a little vibrancy, a little bit of personality. I appreciate that. As for recommending it to other people, I mean, if you're not into tuna, obviously it's not going to do it for you. If you're not into vinegar, well, you know, it's definitely got a decent vinegar amount of flavor going on in it. So, you know, it's not going to be for everybody. I don't think it's going to go over there and change your worldview if you're already not geared towards it, but I would check it out. I think it's a good sandwich. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, spend this rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly fish and chips-tastic rest of your life. I guess I've never had proper fish and chips. I actually looked it up at one point, tried to find like a proper sort of British-style pub, you know, around me, because like I live not too far from Chicago, so we get a lot of really cool international food influences and stuff. And it's like, unless I go really far into Chicago, I didn't really see anything that great, but I do want to do that at some point. I'd like to get some proper fish and chips. Anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, I know it's the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it, I live it, I'm out there with you in it. It is extremely difficult sometimes. You know, today, I got a good day ahead of me. You know, I'm going to hang out with some friends, it's going to be a good time and everything. It's not always like that. Sometimes shit is just bad and sucky. It is tremendously important, though, when we run into those situations. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to be like me. You're going to sweat profusely from your fucking face. So every now and again, you have to pat down your face. Even though it's not sexy or attractive. But, if you are like me and you're, you know, watching this, I don't know when I'm going to end up uploading this. But if you are like me, at the time I'm doing this, we're still kind of nearing the end of summer. We're just in the beginning of September. Waiting for summer to die. It's coming, folks. For all my folks like me who don't do well in the heat, it's coming. We're getting there. Or conversely, hey, maybe you enjoy the heat and you're like, Brandon, I like the heat. Cool, hit up a water park. Fucking buy a squirt gun. I don't give a damn. Enjoy yourself. Bye.